Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yesterday was a great show. Thanks for being here and thanks for coming back. As always, you guys are the coolest on YouTube. So let's see who's in here. Leah, first one in. Kind of Sprinkles, got to talk to her this morning. Two Boston moms, good morning. Good morning. And she brought coffee. I love it. I love when they bring the coffee. Jen F, good morning. Katrina brought coffee and donuts. What's everybody's weather like? It's like 50 degrees and rainy here. Not digging it. Uli girl, hello. How is everyone doing, preschool granny? What's up, Fruit Loop? DT driver, Joanne, exactly. Prayer summer is found alive and soon found. Exactly. It's about summer. It's about summer. Crazy Cat, good morning. Good morning, Aggie. Aggie telling everybody hi. Jen of Eve, what a cool name. How are you? Speaking of cool names, I haven't seen old Juicy Tequila Bobo in a while. That's a name you don't forget. Hi, Michelle. How are you? I think I slowed the chat down. Sometimes I don't. Katrina had a countdown going on, I'm seeing. I mean, it's like the space shuttle going off. 8 minutes and counting. Mama Lioness, hello. Charlotte, good morning. Going to give you guys a second to, if you aren't subbed, to hit the sub button. Give it a like. You can dislike it later if you want. Chris, good morning. Well, I'm going through and telling everyone hello. Mustang Barb, I think I see Kane. I think I see Kane in here. Alicia, what's up, girl? Stay-at-home mom detective. Now, that's a name. That's a name. 7 alibis. Hang on, I got to find you on my phone and get you a wrench because I forgot the last 2 days, or the chat was going too fast for me. That could be it too. I can't find you on my phone, but I will. I will. Pink Phoenix, hello. Eddie, hello. Lisa, hello. Hope everybody's having a good day. There's Pat, there's Tamara. Halfway through the week, don't forget, on Friday, that's when we have our unwind. Every Friday afternoon, noon Central, is when we do our members live. It's hilarious. Kat especially has us rolling. Rabbit Hole, we missed you too. So I'm going to put that link up because you don't want to miss it. It's just the perfect way to get into the weekend. It is awesome. So speaking of awesome, what's always awesome is the comments that you guys leave during the show and after. Now, I did get one comment yesterday. How come my chat on my phone isn't working? Let me get out of it and come back. I did get one comment on the channel yesterday. Wasn't quite sure how to reply to it. It was a woman that told me to quit talking about my allergies. Well, my allergies drive me nuts in the spring. So this will be all that you hear of my allergies today. It rained overnight, bad rain, bad storms. Actually knocked the Wi-Fi out. Okay, I got you 7 alibis. So today my allergies aren't bothering me because it rained all the pollen away. Isn't that great? So let's get to the comments. Here we go. All right, Leah was not only first in chat this morning, but she left a comment, one of the first comments yesterday after the show. She said, I do not feel sorry for anyone in this case except Summer and any innocent children surrounding the case. Bravo, Leah. Bravo. All of these pissing contests over the adults involved, who's credible, who's not credible. That's really, we listen to what they say and we figure out what makes sense. What's going to help Summer and what doesn't. The focus is Summer. Summer. She goes on to say, all the rest are grown-ups who can fend for themselves. You're right. You're right. They can fend for themselves. They have gone on with life as usual, sort of, since Summer went missing. And every one of them admit that they turned a blind eye to child abuse. So no, I'm not taking up the banner for any of them. I just can't. I'm sorry. I do know I had a comment the other day saying that, Brooks, you're very harsh. I used to not like the way that you approach this case and other cases, but now hearing this recording of Dawn's, I feel the same way. And no, nobody's trying to be harsh, but talking about a little girl, she was failed on so many levels. I mean, tomorrow we're going to be talking about Harmony Montgomery, another one, failed everywhere. Okay, we have another comment. If Candace doesn't drink, why did Candace buy a twisted tea for her? Well, she didn't. She bought the twisted tea for Hunter. She swears it's for Candace, but that was for Hunter. Robin, and I want everybody to weigh in on this, what you think. I'm curious that Jose left around October. 8 months later, the FBI asked Jose for his opinion. Is that a stretch? Or has he been around the time Summer got gone? You would think there were enough suspects around that area to keep them busy. Why go to wherever Jose is to ask him for insight? It just seems strange, in my opinion. A lot of people were thinking that, like, why did they just pull you out? The only thing I can think of, this is just my opinion, so you guys jump in there, please. So they figured out quickly they weren't going to find Summer, okay? I mean, a child that wanders off, they can find them in a couple of days. That's normally how it goes. Then when WJHL put out the interview with Dawn and they talked about the domestic violence call in October, obviously Jose was involved with that. I think that's when the track down began. We got to talk to this guy. He might know something. That's just my guess. So, but you guys tell me what you think. Vero, love this comment. Brooks, I can't believe that Dawn was accepting another man in his house to control his rules. Especially taking Summer out of the shower. No way. Dawn had kicked Jose out of the house. Just my opinion. See, I don't see Dawn going for that either. Okay, so this goes kind of in a chain. Other people are replying to this. Karen said, you're right. And like the next day, Dawn threw that beer bottle at him. It's sick how many people saw him showering with a 4-year-old little girl and no one reported them. Sick. Yeah, it is sick. Beth said Dawn was gone most of the time Jose was there, and they told Dawn he was gay. I had never heard that. Karen came back to Beth and said that can't be true because Candace never lies. Candace doesn't lie. It's not in her metabolism, right? No, not Candace.
It's not a liar. It's not in her.
No, not our Candace. So we're going to talk more about that. I'm going to bring up Shannon, see what she thinks about the comments. Hello, my friend. What's your take?
Hello, Brooks. Craziness. I just get mind blown every time. But the comment about Jose, FBI came to him for a reason, and I just believe that he stayed there long enough so that they thought maybe he wasn't biased to the family and that they could get good insight as to what goes on in that household to get a better picture from somebody that's not really in the inner circle.
Right.
Is what I took from that. Yeah.
Especially when he said to McDonough Sunday night, the FBI was there. He didn't talk about the shower and stuff like that. I have a feeling when the FBI comes to your door, you don't have all your notes in order, if you know what I mean. That's all I can
exactly.
And he did say that what they were saying to him, they were asking, they were talking about bodily harm done to Summer. That blew my mind, especially when Chris said it's unfolding that way.
Right.
I thought that was a very big part of the interview.
Very important part of that interview. I agree. Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
I agree with be a shiner, not a whiner. He will be a character witness. He will.
Yeah. Yeah.
He will be a character witness. Hunter, definitely. I'm not saying he's involved with her disappearance. Definitely big character in the case. He will He'll be a character witness. He will.
That's a good point.
Shannon, we're talking about Candace's metabolism. Some people haven't heard the video, so I'm going to go through it. And let's just talk. So in chat, you guys, if you can think of an inconsistency, a deflection, or a flat out lie of Candace's, put it in chat. We're going to discuss it, okay?
Yes, because there's been a lot.
There's a lot. So let's start with this. This is when Candace is telling us she can't lie. Here we go.
I don't know about Jackie Dodd. I've just heard about him. I don't know about Jody Sue. I've talked to Jody Sue time and time again. And every time she talks to me, her story has changed.
Like it.
She loves to point out dishonesty on all levels, but she is as clean as fresh snow, you know?
Yep. What's that? Calm the kettle, the kettle black, calm the, however you say that. Talking about herself.
Exactly. Pot, meat, kettle. And again, this was on Ernie's channel. Okay? As far as I know, Ernie's still in jail.
Lord have mercy.
It's one thing after another.
It is.
Okay, like, for instance, like, she said that she was down on the bottom after she heard somebody scream or whatever. She was never at the bottom of that driveway. I drove down there faster than she could fucking fly.
Why would you be paying attention to what Jody Sue's doing in her yard when you're looking for your missing daughter, you freak?
Okay.
Exactly.
So she said, so the scream, of course, is out of the question now, right? There was no scream, right?
There's no scream, dude. She's makes all that shit up. Why? I can't lie. It's not in my metabolism.
There it is. Case closed. Alicia, this is a good one. I haven't drank in 3 weeks. I love it. Haven't done drugs since I was 14. Love it. So
yeah.
We got to hear this one more time. So this is where she talks about Jody Sue being full of bullshit, which I don't think that I think Jody Sue has had some inconsistencies too. But here we go.
She makes all that shit up.
She makes all that shit up.
Why? I can't lie. It's not in my metabolism.
Okay.
I wonder what Ernie was thinking.
I don't know.
Or if he was.
I can't put it on the screen because it's not on YouTube and it's not an MP4 where I can load it.
Right.
But I got to find a way to show you guys because his face looked like he couldn't have said shit if he had a mouthful of it. It was like, okay.
Yeah, he was trying to keep a good rapport with her, which I like the fact that he did that, and like I told you, we don't know his story that well, but I like the fact that he wasn't trying to explain to the audience watching, well, this is what you mean to say, or steer her in a different direction. He was just flat out asking her questions. And even when she put him down, he just laughed it off and then, started asking questions. And I like the rapport that he had with her because I feel like we got more information that way than we do any other way, Yeah,
because when she's comfortable and you let her talk, she says a lot of stuff, and she has said a lot of stuff since Dawn went to jail. We're going to talk about that today.
Yep. Exactly.
She's been on several channels and she's let a lot of bombs drop, but she doesn't lie. I don't know if she was trying to say vocabulary. I don't know what she was really trying to come up with.
DNA, maybe? That's the only way. I don't know. Like, it's not in my DNA to lie. I've heard that, but not metabolism.
Metabolism. I have used that word more times in the last week than probably any other word. I mean, I swear to God. I mean, just check it out at Walgreens the other day. I almost said metabolism.
I'd have loved to seen that.
It is a common phrase now. It is a common phrase. All right. So another channel she was on several weeks ago, Cam and Allie Cracking Cases, is when she talks about how she's not in love with Dawn anymore. Big shocker. Didn't exactly surprise anybody. Okay.
No.
Even the way she explains it, even though this is in the 3 weeks that she claims that she hasn't been drinking. Sounds to me like she was in some kind of cough medicine, but hey, I'm not a doctor. In it, going back to lying and her metabolism, if you listen carefully, and I will rewind it, she mentions a script. Well, a script is something made up, like in Hollywood. Even if it's based off a true story, it's
still a script.
It's made up. Script is a very odd word for the mother of a missing child to use. You think?
Yeah, and I missed that little part, so I'm glad you caught that.
That's the reason Replay Queen here has to listen to things 500 times because of the crazy stuff that she slips out. Stuff that she was never asked. When they aren't asked and they volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I go, whoa. That's when I take pause. That's when I really take pause. But that's just me. Everybody looks at things a different way. So here we go. Hearing about how Bobby and Whitney are breaking up, basically. I call them the Bobby and Whitney of Ben Hill Road. She's not in love with Bobby anymore. Whitney's not having any more of his bullshit, she'll tell you. Then goes on and she mentions a script. Here we go.
I love him, but I'm not in love with him anymore.
Right.
And I'll do anything for him because he's the kid's dad. But I cannot keep going the way I'm going. If that makes sense.
Yeah, look. And if you feel like that you will be in a better position for the boys and for Summer and for yourself, sometimes you have to do that.
Yeah.
And that's hard. I mean, that's a hard thing.
Donnie's gonna hear this at the end of this, but it doesn't even matter. I love Donnie to death. He's my kid's dad. Hold on, Cam. Let me get this out.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
Please let me get this out. I love Donnie to death. I love him because he's the kid's dad. But as far as being in love with him anymore, I am done. He just doesn't understand how and what I feel.
Right. Yeah. Well,
I love him. I love him to death. No, Cam, this has nothing to do with you or Allie.
No, I didn't. No, I wasn't saying that. I was talking. I said I don't want to say anything. I don't want to get in between. You go ahead.
I don't think either of them thought she was talking about them, but okay.
That's what I was saying.
You're not in between. But I'm letting you know how I feel about the whole script.
About the whole script. Let's talk about that. Let me tell you how I feel about the whole script. Okay, Kat, who wrote the script? Because we know Candace isn't following the script. She tells Cam, I want to tell you how I feel about the whole script. She is away from the script now. Let me tell you why. When she was on another channel, it was Outlaw Truckers. She said on there, what Donnie does is not any of my business. I don't even know where he was that day. We know that's not in the script. Listen again.
You know how I feel about the whole script.
Right.
About the whole script.
That's because Dawn wrote the whole script. Is what it sounds like.
And Dawn's in jail. She even said, I don't know what he says to TBI. I don't know what he says to FBI, as if she's not concerned. She even said
Right.
it's not any of her business. And she doesn't know where Dawn was that day. Seems to me that script is over with Donnie Boy in jail. We're going to get to that.
Absolutely.
So here's some more knowledge straight from her metabolism. Remember that. The script.
Mm-mm-mm.
The script. Who would say that? Why would there
Mm-mm.
be a script? There should only be truth to bring your daughter home.
That's right.
I understand.
I'm married to him. He's my husband. I love him. But I'm not in love with him anymore. He has done what he has done. And I love him to death. I will always care for him.
He has done what he has done.
What is that?
That's what I want to know. Because I don't see Candace being that upset about a violation of probation or a DUI.
No.
I don't think that would be the deal breaker for her. What has he done, Candace? Cat's Eye
Yeah.
said, booze, truth. Booze, truth. So we've already had the script. Poor Cam and Allie look like they've been hit by a truck. They're like, what the hell is she saying?
They got scared. I saw their faces on that one. They were like, oh no, where are we going? Where are we going with this?
Margaret, thank you for the super sticker. Margaret said she meant mentality, not metabolism. Yay or nay? Yeah, she probably meant it's not in her mentality. I don't know how metabolism came out, but I'm not going to give up on it.
I want it on a shirt.
It's my favorite phrase of 2022 thus far.
That's right.
As far as him and me keep going, there's going to be a slash J.
As far as having me keep going, now we go back to what she said 23 seconds ago, the script. How I feel about the script. Then she says what he's done. Now she said, as far as me keep going, I think she means with the script.
Did she say slash day?
Slash day. She said it's getting ready to be slash day. So is
Okay.
slash day splitting the sheets with old Donnie and getting a divorce, or is she going to start handing out hard truths about Don and what went on? She said that day, you be the judge.
That day.
That day.
Just speak already. Just spit it out. I'm at that point where it's like, just spit it out.
Well, I mean, what would you say? You go ahead. You're a woman. Alex, I'll let you talk with that.
Well, I mean, you guys have just...
Wait.
Sorry.
Spit it out. Spit it out, Allie. Spit it out.
You've been through so much, and I can't imagine the toll that it's took on y'all. And I mean, you have to do what's best for you and what you feel for your kids, and that's all you can do. So,
I love Donnie, but he has to do what he has to do, and I can't do no more for him.
right.
Does he know you feel like that?
No, he doesn't. Not yet.
There's Benny. He said gang activities over here.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, dang Benny.
Gang activities over here.
My God, he didn't.
Look, bro, I didn't even know anybody
He is
was living up there. We were sitting here doing our thing.
No, my God, he just said, Benny just said, what's wrong?
Okay, so she said Benny wants to know what's wrong. I'm sure Benny did want to know what was wrong because she's sitting there talking about a script, not in love with Don anymore. She can't do anything more for him. She can't do anything more for him. Now, that was an odd one, correct?
Yeah, because I thought you could look for your daughter for him, for
Mhm.
yourself.
Yep.
That wasn't mentioned.
No.
Tell
Yeah.
me what person does not.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button.
Oh, are you talking to me?
Mm-hmm.
No, I just, nobody mentioned Summer.
She's
Sure,
not.
Dawn.
She's not going to mention Summer. She's not
No,
going to mention Summer. And anyone else that mentions Summer knows that the conversation stops there. We've all figured that out.
it did in this situation. Cam and Allie tried to bring it back to that, and she went right back to her and Donnie. And nothing, in their relationship. And I love him, but I'm not in love with him anymore. I feel like she got that off of a TV movie or something.
I think she's been watching something.
Yeah.
She's been watching something. Hang on. I'm trying to find a comment. Someone said to read Lauren's comment. I don't know. Lauren, I don't know what comment. I can't find the comment. Lauren, you may have to repost your comment. I'm sorry.
I found it.
What does it say?
It says, Dawn told Chris, number one, the last time he saw Summer was in bed at 7 a.m. Her foot was under me. Number two, Dawn told Chris that the last time he saw her, she was abducted in.
You're cut.
Okay,
you're
can you
cut
hear me?
out. Yeah, you're cutting out.
Sorry.
Okay, I see it now. No, you're fine. I see it now.
Okay.
Dawn told Chris, number one, the last time he saw Summer was in bed at 7 a.m. Her foot was under me. Number two, Dawn told Chris that the last time he saw Summer, she was wearing the clothes she was abducted in. Get it? I do. How would he know that she had those clothes on? He saw her.
That's a great, great point.
That's why I love this community, because we can't remember everything. No one's the expert. No one's the all-knowing, but together we put it together and remind each other. He even went on to talk about that was the outfit she was supposed to wear the first day of school.
And how would he know that?
How would he know what she had on? It's not the outfit that Candace said she had on, but it's what he saw her in.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was a good comment.
Great comment.
Avery's
mom, we see you, my friend. We see you. All right. Speaking of who else we see, I'm going to bring up Outlaw Trucker, because he had Candace and Benny on his show. I believe it was last week. He'll have to tell me or correct me because I don't remember. And I've got a clip I'm going to play back to the phone, and you're going to see how, again, she misguides, misdirects, and deflects. How you doing, Outlaw Trucker?
Not bad. Yourself?
Pretty good. Pretty good. So you've had a lot of pandemonium and chaos on your channel, if I can say that. I mean, I don't see anything bad by it. With Candace hanging around, has it caused you any problems or anything?
So far, no. Not yet.
Not yet.
No, I got you. Well, if it's okay with you, I always ask permission before playing people's clips. I invite them to come on to the show, but it's fair use anyway. If they don't reply to me, I put that at the beginning because we're talking about the disappearance of a little girl, and everyone's a suspect. And that doesn't mean me. That doesn't mean Outlaw. That doesn't mean Shannon. That means the people that are involved with Summer. And her mom is definitely one of them. So let me see if I can share this. Hang on. I think I can do it.
No, you're more than welcome to share it there, Brooks.
No, on the screen. Let me see if I can. All right. Did that show up? It's okay. Oh, looks like it's up. All right. So this is where Benny's getting pretty irritated with Candace, okay? Asking her about the phone. I still don't understand the phone. I still don't understand why she said she gave it to higher ups. why Tim ever had it. I mean, I guess I understand if Don gave it to him and he was supposed to take it to Candace, take it back home, or just hand it over to the sheriff's department because he's there anyway. I don't understand why he did a backup. What do you think, Outlaw? Why would Tim back up someone else's phone?
I really don't know why Tim Mullen, the media manager, got involved to do all this. It should have been directly straight to the law and not him. Unless he had some pictures on there that didn't want to get to the FBI or not. So, I mean, there is a lot of red flags on this.
Pictures, candid conversations, text, Facebook Messenger. I mean, Don was a busy boy. God only knows the conversations he had been having. You know what I'm saying?
And this was a phone after that. Is that correct?
Yep.
Ooh, there could be all kinds of things on there.
And communications with his girlfriends and all that. I mean, there could have been numerous things. He could have had his dealers on there too. I mean, there's a lot of red flags that Don could have had on there.
Hmm.
Oh, good point. His dealers.
Yeah.
His dealers, communications about Summer. Yeah.
Don't say this. Don't say that to different people, and follow the script of this. That kind of stuff.
And I just also want to know if Tim took it upon himself to do the download, or if he was told by Don. I don't think Don could have had that conversation with him, or maybe by Candace to get rid of that stuff. I don't know. I just think it's odd that he would take it upon himself to get into someone else's property and download it onto his computer. But here we go. This is the exchange. We see Outlaw on the screen, Rap, Dragon, River. Candace is right here. Okay, here's Candace. It's just kind of dark. And there's Benny talking to her. All right, here we go.
I have a history or a past.
Okay.
Tell me what person does not have a history or a past.
Okay, so when she says what person does not have a history or a past, 100% correct, Candace, 100%. My history and past does not include child abuse or a missing child that I will not cooperate with authorities to find. Anyone feeling me?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you hit the nail on the head with that.
So, but that's how she excuses her own behavior. Okay, that's what we're looking at right now. That's the deflection I'm talking about. That's how she excuses her own behavior. Everybody has a history or a past. Go ahead, Outlaw.
No, you're welcome. But ladies and gentlemen, you will see a behavior pattern in this. And when she came up, we didn't expect them to come up and intervene on the video we had. So we gave them a chance, and there's some stuff that came out on that video.
And we're going to talk more about that. I want your firsthand account, okay?
Go ahead.
How you reacted and what you had to hear. Here we go.
You're right, Candace. All of us do, but here's the thing.
How do you know she was kidnapped, Candy?
All right, so there it is. There's the elephant. Well, one of the elephants in the room, if you know what I mean. One of the elephants in the room. When Benny says to her, how do you know she was kidnapped, Candy? We've all been wondering that. How do you know? All right, so let's see what she says. Shannon's back. Hello, Shannon.
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
It's okay, sister. It happens. All right, Benny flat out asked her. He even cut off one of the people on panel. When she's saying, yeah, we understand that about everyone has a past, he cuts it right off, and Benny says, what makes you say, how do you know she's kidnapped? Let's see what she says.
Look, Benny, I ain't talking to you right now because I'm really upset with you right now.
I'm upset with you.
Okay, so she's more pissed at Benny than talking about her daughter. Anyone have a problem with this? She
Yeah.
should know what to say, not
Yeah.
Benny, I'm not talking to you, I'm pissed at you right now.
But not only that, it comes back when Benny took a trip to Tennessee and to get to know him personally. And Benny does know some stuff that he cannot say, but irrelevant of how he's putting little tidbits out there for us to grab on. And just like this one, he actually hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, but look how she replied. What did you think when you heard her say that, Outlaw, when she's on your panel, and instead of saying, well, this is how I know she was kidnapped, this is what happened. I'm not talking to you right now, Benny. I'm pissed at you.
Yep, because she leaked some information.
She needs to be mad at herself and be mad enough to say, I want to find my daughter, not what Benny did or didn't do to her.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
it's like Pegasus Girl said, yeah, she's worried more about herself than Summer. It's deflection. So she's going to bring some much needed drama into it, right? Because this case hasn't had enough. So this is all about how pissed she is at Benny. So, all right. So I'm pissed at you, Benny.
You too. You need to turn that phone in. Both of y'all need to turn that data in. Huh?
I don't have no phone but my own that I'm on right now.
She says she only has the phone that she's on, her own phone.
I don't know about that.
So where is the phone in question? Who are the higher-ups she gave it to? Why was even one thing taken out of that phone and put on Tim's computer? I don't know. He's telling her, you need to turn that phone in. Look at her eyes in the camera.
She's like, really? You're going to do this to me? Is how she's looking at him.
Why don't you have Johnny's phone anymore?
Benny, she said she gave it to somebody higher up with Melody, she said.
She didn't say Ellie. She might have said that later. But originally when asked, she said higher ups. I think I can't remember what channel she was on. Forgive me. She said uppers. And when she was asked, well, does that mean law enforcement? And she said it's against the law for her to say who she gave it to. Now, there is a law on the books saying that when you hand over evidence, you can't tell people where you gave it, where you put it. There's nothing there. It's not against the law to say, I drove down to the sheriff's office and I gave it to them. Or they heard about the phone and they came to the house and I gave it to them. But she says it's against the law. Did anyone find that odd?
Yes, because it's not against the law, and I think she's deflecting, and she doesn't know what answer to give, and she tries to watch what she says in certain situations, and to me, she digs herself a bigger hole.
She can't answer the question.
Mm-mm.
Here's the problem. If we are asked a question that we're uncomfortable with, we will naturally try to skate around it, if you know what I mean.
Right.
We will. Just, it's a human reaction. She can't answer this question. What do you think, Outlaw?
What's that now?
I said she can't answer the question, can she?
No. She was always deflecting to try to change the narrative and try to control the situation, try to sidebar a lot of facts that she can't even tell the truth. And right there, she just actually did flat out lie.
Yeah.
Yep.
She flat out lied. So metabolism wasn't working that day, okay? Because we're all hearing it.
Did that happen in the past 24 hours?
Look, that's been over like freaking 3 weeks ago.
Freaking 3 weeks ago. Did that happen in the last 24 hours? That happened freaking 3 weeks ago. When she was being recorded by Benny talking about the phone, she had not given it to a higher up.
Right.
Which from this interview would have been about 3 weeks ago. Is that about the right timeline, Outlaw?
Yeah.
Nah. Mm-mm. Candace, I'm just not buying it. I'm sorry, hun. I'm just not buying it.
No.
We just talked about the phone 3 weeks ago, Candy, and you had it on the shelf in the plastic bag, remember?
Boom. That's what I'm talking about. We just talked about the phone 3 weeks ago, and you had it in a bag at your house on a shelf. She did mention to another creator, I think it was the glare. I can't remember. I'll have to go back and find it. She said something about Tim, or maybe she told you, Outlaw. Tim brought it to her in a plastic bag, which is weird. Why you got to have it in a plastic bag? Like you're handing over contraband or something. Hell, maybe it is.
Like he didn't want his fingerprints on it.
Yeah. He didn't want
You know,
the
or
evidence
something
in his
weird like that.
fingerprints. Sorry about that.
Right.
Oh, good point. Because why would you have to bring it to her in a plastic bag unless you want to make sure you didn't touch it any longer after you wiped it off?
Exactly.
I'll go back just a little bit.
And I wonder if he had gloves on that he handed it to her in this plastic bag too.
Makes sense. Because I just can't imagine. I mean, you're bringing someone back their phone. You're not even going to think about it. Just you hand it over, you know? Like I said, my son left his phone here one day. I wasn't like, well, I better back it up for him and put it in a plastic bag and wipe it clean. Hell no.
No. Put on my winter gloves and hand it to him.
Yeah, no, Tim is shady. Tim is a shady character. I can't figure him out.
Just talked about the phone 3 weeks ago, Candy, and you had it on the shelf in the plastic bag, remember?
Yeah, and then after I talked to you that day, it was gone that day.
After I talked to you that day, it was gone that day. Well,
that day.
That day.
Right.
That day. Okay, Outlaw, what did you think when she said that?
It was kind of dumbfounding at first, but I had to stop and think about that for a minute. And it was like, wow. She was trying to flip the narrative again, but anyway, she was laying a little bit of facts out there.
Okay, like what?
Can you replay that little clip there again?
Yes.
Did that happen in the past 24 hours?
Look, that's been over like freaking 3 weeks ago.
We just talked about the phone 3 weeks ago, Candy, and you had it on the shelf in the plastic bag, remember?
Remember? Okay, so what facts are she sprinkling in here? Because there's always some truth in what she says.
Yeah. And like I said, they're hiding something. I mean, I really can't get the full details yet. I'm still going over it myself. But there are some certain details in this case that was it a communication between Don and Candace about certain aspects about where do we need to put Summer or how to do it or all that, but it's still a script to try to throw everybody off of this case. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, that's the only reason for a script, to throw law enforcement off. Well, guess what? You're not the first criminals to make up lies.
Nope.
You're not the
first. And won't be the last.
That's the reason it takes them so long. We wouldn't need detectives if these people told the truth. They'd be like, yeah, this is what happened, so let's get this taken care of. No, it takes forever. Takes forever. Jimmy Hoffa, welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, so he calls her out and he was like, we talked about it 3 weeks ago. You had it in a bag on a shelf. So then she goes on to tell us, but that day he talked to her late at night. It sounded like to me. Does anybody know about the time frame when this phone call went on?
I'm not sure about that. But that seems to be her, quote, witching hours, late afternoon, evening, like 5 o'clock and on.
Okay, she says that day he calls her out. 3 weeks ago, we talked about the phone. It was in your possession, in a bag, on a shelf. Okay, those are some details there. It's not like, yeah, I've got it in my purse or anything like that. That's very specific. She goes on to
Mhm.
say that day, after Benny asked her about it, she got rid of it.
Yeah,
Mm.
and then after I talked to you that day, it was gone that day.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it? Seems that someone's not believing her ass. Do we believe her? Do we believe her? You're right, Annette. Thank you for the super sticker. Donnie's phone got gone. Do we believe her that the day that she's asked about the phone, she says it's in a bag on a shelf, and then conveniently that day she gives it to higher ups? I need you all to help me with this. Outlaw, go.
Yeah, then she turns around and gave it to the higher ups, but she's trying to say, all right, who are the higher ups? Is it the Lord herself or what? It's like, come on. I mean, the only higher ups you got is U.S. Marshals and the FBI, TBI, and all that. But that's the only higher up you can think. But she can't even explain the actually who she gave it to. She cannot even say, "Oh, I gave it to this person." Get the FBI or TBI or anything like that. And she doesn't even mention Hawkins County Sheriff.
No. And the marshals don't want the damn phone anyway, or the FBI, but she could have easily taken it down to Hawkins County and been like, hey, Tim got this from Donnie. I don't need it. She even goes on in another interview to talk about the phone doesn't even work. I mean, it was, I don't pay the bill on it. We don't care about you being able to use it right now, Candace. We're talking about what's on it and why Tim took anything off of it.
And
Yes,
I've heard several things where she says they ask her, okay, well, are the higher ups law enforcement? No. Is it Donnie? No. And then at one point she's like, it was my attorney.
She
And
did
I'm
slip
like,
and say that. And whoever
yep.
asked her if it was Dawn is a real idiot because she can't give it to Dawn.
Yes.
And on
Yes.
top of that, okay, then she goes on, because she's a real legal eagle, as we know. It's against the law for me to tell you. No, it's not. You know what I would do if I was her? I would wash my hands of this conversation and be like, yeah, I actually didn't realize it was a big deal. He called me out on it, and I took it straight down to Hawkins County and said, here you go. I don't need the phone. And yeah, Tim took some stuff off of it. There, boom, done. And I'd make sure everybody knew.
And we all have gag orders too. Remember that?
I forgot that we all have gag orders because she said everybody has a gag order.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Only gag orders is on her boys. She can't really talk anything about her boys. That's the only gag order that we know is.
That is court ordered for her and the boys. But I just was being facetious because, her law knowledge,
Well, and another thing, not to get off topic, but now it just popped into my brain. There is a gag order, but what is she doing on YouTube talking about her boys? Now, it's one thing to say I'm trying to get them back. That might even be a violation. She has even gone on as far as to say that she's talked to them. I talked to him yesterday. That would be against the gag order.
Well, not only that, sorry about the interrupt, Brooks, and all that, but if you remember on that one video not long ago, she actually went to meet with the boys and had them on video. So right there, yeah, she broke the gag order. Yep.
I did not know that.
I didn't either. I know Don said that he was upset because how do I talk about their sister as if she's not around and that they never had a sister, and he slipped. And I want to say he actually admitted that he talked to the oldest boy about Summer and he wasn't supposed to. If y'all remember that little slip.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. And he got mad because he's like, well, how come I can't talk about Summer? Because they don't want you telling them what to say about that day, as Candace so eloquently puts it. That day. The worst day of your life has been put in a nutshell called that day now.
Yep.
They don't want you telling your boys what to say from that day. That's the reason they told you. Idiot.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
It is. You think?
Well, it's not that. Somebody stated in the chat. It's not really that old of a video, but we just happened to, they come in and took over the channel, so it wasn't my fault. I mean, they just came in and bombarded me.
Yeah. That's okay, because she's basically telling us, well, that she can lie. We're watching it. She's like, I got rid of that phone 3 weeks ago. He goes, we talked about the phone 3 weeks ago. You had it in a bag on a shelf. And then she says, I got rid of it that day. So she just conveniently runs an errand after talking to him.
Exactly.
Ah, you don't talk to me on a regular basis, honey. You don't know.
You don't talk to me on a regular basis. You don't know. Because you guys haven't talked the last few days doesn't mean he wasn't talking to you at the time, Candace. It's another deflection.
Yep.
So because there's been a time gap talking to someone, you know, that's how she's tying this up. He's clearly telling her, I talked to you 3 weeks ago. I asked you about the phone. You said it's in a bag on a shelf. Now she said, I got rid of it that day. Okay, here we go.
I sure do know.
Hey,
No,
Benny.
you sure the fuck don't know.
Sorry.
This is the deal, y'all. It's a race right now. It's a race to get that information to the TBI. Whoever gets it there first is going to be looked at a little bit differently than the one that didn't get there first.
Okay, so Outlaw, when he said, I sure do know, what is he saying? That he knows that she still has the phone, or that it's been given back to Tim? I don't know. I'm asking if what you were told.
I think Benny was right on the right money on that one. That she really doesn't know if she wants to give it up or not. I think she still has it, in my opinion. But how she deflected that, it tells me that something's a little eerie and a little off, that there is something on that.
We wouldn't be so defensive about the phone if it wasn't a big deal, correct?
Correct.
Only makes sense to me.
It also sounds like he was kind of threatening, like, you know, you better do this. Somebody better speak up before I do. That sounded kind of threatening, like he's mad because she's talking to other people and he's going to throw her under the bus now, and he's trying to threat.
Uh-huh. He did, in a way.
Well, and I have to agree with him, and I'm going to let everybody in chat know. Hang on, I've got an echo. I don't know who's echoing. Let me see. Is there an echo now? Okay. I had to mute Outlaw for a second because there's an echo.
Okay.
This isn't about Benny or Tim. It's not about any other channel she's been on. Okay. I don't care what other channels do. Really don't. I don't care. I don't care. What I do care about is what Candace says, because as far as we know, she was the last person to see Summer. She was with Summer all day long. Summer is her missing child.
Correct.
Did we fix the echo, Outlaw?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
I had the TV on the background. It was echoing through my mic.
Oh, it's okay. All right. We fixed it. All right. I go back just a little bit. Her reactions are what really get me.
Yeah.
To the TBI. Whoever gets it there first is going to be looked at a little bit differently than the one that didn't get there first. So,
Yep.
I mean, look, like Candace, I already know you looked through the phone. You told me you did, and I already know you did. When you got it phone back,
Of course she did. Of course she did. Dawn's in jail. Okay? Dawn is in jail. She's at home alone most of the times. Of course she went through that phone to make sure there wasn't any text on there from her, who Dawn had been talking to. Of course she went through that phone. And again, she's super defensive. Why would you not go through the phone? Why would you not? Your daughter is missing. Can somebody weigh in on that for me?
Yeah.
Well, remember that one day, Brooks, that she stated on Cam and Allie that, oh, I never go through his phone, or he doesn't go through mine, and and all that. So it's like, okay, who's lying on who?
Right. Especially how jealous they are of each other. Who's talking to who is probably more important than let me see if she did or he did something to our daughter Summer.
Mhm.
I see him looking through it for more of jealousy stuff too.
Just like
Instead of
just roll with it. Just said that. I put it on the screen. As jealous as she is, yeah,
Yep.
she went through that phone. She went through that phone. She did.
bingo.
Of course she did. You think you're not going to be curious as to what was going on that phone?
Yeah.
Green Eyes, I don't know what your problem is. You're saying the phone doesn't mean anything. Then why is she defensive about it? You also said something in comments about nobody can tell a parent what they can and can't say to their child. The hell they can't. If your child is in CPS custody and you go to visit them, they can easily tell you, no, you're not going to talk about this, or that. You're not going to bring up the trauma that went on at the house. You're certainly not going to tell them what to say about their missing sister. Have a
That is
mimosa.
absolutely, yep, that is absolutely true.
Get a Bloody Mary. Calm it down. All right, here we go.
Tim Mullins did, you dumb fucker.
She said, Tim Mullins did, you dumb fucker. So what did Tim Mullins do? Because she's yelling now, so I can't make sense of what she's saying Tim exactly did.
I know you did. When you got
I
his
didn't
phone
look
back,
through the
you
phone.
said
Tim
you
Mullins
went
did,
through
you
that
dumb
phone.
fucker.
Oh. The wheels on the bus go round and round. All right.
Right.
Tell everybody she didn't go through her own husband's phone as if anybody would think there was anything odd with that. Tim Mullins did. Tim Mullins did. Huh.
After the fact or before, I don't know. Did he have the phone first?
Yeah. Well, Don had it. Don gave it to Tim, I guess, when he went to
That's
jail.
right.
Tim took, downloaded, backed it up, is what I heard. That was the word that was used. Then puts it in a baggie and gives it to her, to which she had on a shelf. But every time you ask her about it, she erupts. You ask her about Summer, she doesn't have anything to really say.
No.
She's got a few generic statements like, she's the most wonderful thing that ever happened to me, and the only thing I care about is my kids. She has a few statements like that, but she erupts on this. So here we go again.
Mm-hmm.
This is how we are.
The one that didn't get there first. So,
Yep.
I mean, look, like Candace, I already know you looked through the phone. You told me you didn't. I already know you did. When you got
I
his
didn't
phone
look
back,
through the
you said
phone.
you
Tim
were gonna
Mullins
go through
did,
that
you
phone.
dumb fucker. Get it right.
How's that?
Oh.
You told somebody you went through that phone.
She goes, get it right. So this is how mad she is. She's on a panel that is discussing the disappearance of her daughter, okay? She gets so mad when she's called out on her own BS, she just drops off the panel.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
did you think when she just dropped off, Outlaw?
Yep, she just got pissed because of she couldn't handle the truth. But then she comes back later and comes back up.
Yeah. Well, he's calling her out, and he's using her words against her, which there's nothing wrong with that because it's what she said.
Yep, exactly.
And instead of, well, I mean, I don't know the right word to say. Instead of her metabolism cooperating, she gets defensive. She gets defensive. She's blaming it on Tim Mullins now.
You also told somebody you gave that phone away that you don't have that phone no more, Candy. You need to tell the truth about that phone, Candy.
She does need to tell the truth about the phone. Doesn't even need to tell us.
Right.
She needs to make sure that phone is with someone that can get the information off of it. They also need to go get Tim Mullins' computer.
Exactly. Get warrants for that ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Pardon me, but 7 Outbuys, yes, this was on a live feed. It was in the 7.5 hour video on my channel.
Yeah, the
Wow.
channel is Outlaw Trucker. Okay, so he's calling her out. He's caught her in several lies. Now, we heard at the beginning of the show, she said it's not in her metabolism to lie. He's called her out several times on her lies. We talked 3 weeks ago. You had the phone in a bag on a shelf. Then she was, I got rid of it that day. How convenient.
Yeah. It goes back to her script.
Mhm.
Let me fit it in the script now.
We heard her talk about a script earlier. We heard her. She was on another channel. He doesn't know how I feel about the script, she said. Why would there be a script?
Because it's not the truth. And because they know.
Bingo.
And not only that, ladies and gentlemen, will fill this in. And later on, she stated with Ernie one day on one of the videos that on one of my live feeds that she started discussing that to Ernie about how, or it was on one of his videos. But anyway, yeah, it was on his videos. But she stated, ladies and gentlemen, that she got a little rough with him and stated the fact that Summer was not up on the hill type attitude. So, therefore, that we now know Summer was no longer there. She's somewhere else.
Okay, say that again. I missed something. Say that again.
She was kind of forceful and in a way that how she said it to Ernie says, Summer ain't on that hill, and that was it.
Yeah, she also said, there wasn't no scream, dude. That's a pretty definitive statement. How does she know there wasn't a scream? If she
it's like she knows.
She tells 911, or Dawn did, she was on a walk or a run and came back 10 minutes. How would she know that there wasn't a scream? We planted flowers, took a walk or a run.
Didn't know her age.
Didn't know her age. Pretends to Chris McDonough that she doesn't even really know who Jose is. Well, somebody found him to be important because the FBI went and talked to him.
Like I said, he was there long enough, and I believe he's more of an outsider with these people, and I'm going to say a little unbiased. And that's why they went to him. Hey, what did you witness in this house? You know, did you witness any abuse? Did you witness this? Did you witness that? So he's very important. And she did not want his name to even be going around.
No, all she could say was, doesn't know his last name, basically pawned it off on Allie. You know, I say him off on Allie. Like they're together. Doesn't say he lived with us, knew the kids, knew Summer, was around the kids or anything. No, I mean, he was with Allie and I told him I don't care what you two do together, as if they need permission. They're consenting adults. Then she goes on to say, I think he was a Mexican.
I think she was saying that because she didn't want to get in trouble by Donnie by downplaying, you know, when he was there. Well, Allie dropped him off over here when it sounds like he was invited to stay there because he had nowhere to go.
Right.
She didn't want that out either.
She didn't want that out.
Nope.
All right, hang on. Blake just asked me a question. She said, when is Kevin coming back? Kevin's in trouble. Kevin sent me this. He is still relaxing on the beach in Florida and didn't take any of us with him.
Yeah.
So when Kevin gets done with his R&R, and I don't mean whiskey, his rest and relaxation, he will drop in and tell us all hi and all about his vacation. But nope, Kevin's doing good. I think he sent me that. What was yesterday? I think I got that on Monday. So anyway, he's on vacation. All right, so lying is not in her metabolism, but here we go again. I mean, part of the script is saying that Dawn was at work, correct? Correct. How
Yep.
many times have we heard Dawn's at work? Dawn's at work. Okay. Also on your channel, Outlaw, I'm just going to play a clip real quick. Here
No,
we
go ahead.
Here we go.
You have my permission.
No. God.
Oh, here we go.
The only thing I get too fucked about is finding my daughter.
That's real, baby.
Okay,
Mm.
let's marinate on that for a moment. You girls take
Yeah.
the floor for a second while I think.
Nice words.
Okay, so we talked about this last Friday. So I'm going to go. This is just a clip, a little bit from the show last Friday. So you're going to hear me and Shannon and Kat cutting in. We pretty much have the same attitude about this.
Mhm.
But listen,
Nice words.
that's
What was that? The only thing? Did she say the only thing that makes her angry is finding her daughter or something?
the only thing
The only effing thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so effing is in her metabolism, but lying isn't.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a bit stunned. I'm quite surprised that Outlaw Truck.
the opposite of it. Hang on, I'm trying to find it. I thought I had it in the right place and I don't. Give me a second.
No problem.
You're good.
There's so much insensitivity.
Let me see. One. Okay, I've got it right here. I don't know how I hit the skip back. It's at home because we can hear you yelling in the background to
Exactly.
get off. Need no YouTubers, as she says it on YouTube.
Yeah.
With a whole panel full of people.
Right.
Goodness.
Whoever else he talks to. I don't know personally. And when he's at home, I don't know who he talks to personally. I don't get in his business just like he don't get in my business.
Him talking to the TBI and FBI is 100% your business because it concerns your daughter. On top of that, you damn sure know who he talks to when he's at home because we can hear you yelling in the background
Exactly.
to get off the phone.
And kicking the doors and calling everybody H or WHORESs.
Yeah.
You know? Opposite day.
Yeah,
But I know for a fact.
You should be in each other's business. You should be working together.
Bingo.
That's
But
that's
you got,
one thing
you
wanna
have,
be in each
y'all
other's
have to
business.
understand, Donnie is not like that.
What do you mean? Is it like what he says goes and that's it, even where you're concerned?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what, Candace? Keep you sidestepping his ass off. I'm telling you right now.
So, but you know what? I don't know where Donnie was that day. I don't know where he was. I don't keep up with him.
Okay. There it is. That's what I
Yep.
was trying to find. Sorry, I thought I had it in the right place, guys. You got to hear more. I agree with Honest Rage. Everyone lies, Candace. It's human nature. To say otherwise is the greatest lie. Agree. Shannon and I were
Mhm.
talking this morning. All right, ladies, I can't speak for the men. You ever had a girlfriend come up to you and they have chopped their hair off and they call it their new summer do and you're like, looks great. Frames your face perfectly. Mm-hmm. And then you slip and go, but I bet it grows out fast. You know what I mean? Candace
Yep.
to say that she can't lie is ridiculous. Ridiculous. No. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. No. Ridiculous.
It's first nature with her. Not second. It's first nature with her to not tell the truth. Ever.
She can't tell the truth because, well, I'll put it simply, because she can't.
No.
Mm-mm.
That would cost her her freedom. So we just
Yep.
heard her say it. She doesn't know where Dawn was that day. Does she really not know where Dawn was that day? How did you take it when she said this, Outlaw? He doesn't know where Dawn was that day. Or is this her throwing Dawn under the bus because she does know where Dawn was that day? Opposite day, as we call it around here, because she met him with Summer, or Dawn was actually home. Even though she has told WJHL and many other people, Donnie just works all the time. He was at work all day. which I would agree would be part of the script. What do you say? What says you?
It's part of the script. I mean, it depends on the day of their moods and all that. I don't think Don was really at work all the time because he's a contractor underneath this company. He's his own contractor. He can work anytime or have any hours that work. He really doesn't have to be there. He's his own contractor, what we found out. And the thing of it is that he is a manipulator. He does like to lie as well.
Mhm.
He likes to change things up for his own use.
Mhm.
So therefore, we don't know if he was actually at work that day or he was out playing around somewhere or buying some drugs or whatnot. I mean, we really don't know. But we know he wasn't really at work.
Did
Yeah.
you find it odd when she said, I don't know what he says to the TBI and the FBI? So she knows that at the jail they're talking to him. That's why I said I wouldn't be surprised when Lawson came out and said they lawyered up. Don probably refused to talk to him, just my guess, in jail, and said, no, I want a lawyer.
But yet she went to talk to Hunter the next day to ask what they told him, but not Dawn.
Yeah, she knows what she went to ask Hunter, but it's not
Yeah.
her business. What a great point. She makes
Yeah.
a trip. She makes a trip to Allie and Hunter's house or Grandbun's house to find out what they said to the TBI because that's her business, right?
Yeah,
Right.
but
It's not her business what her own husband is saying.
well, not only that, I want to add something in that they went over there and remember the where she said asked Allie says, did you guys call CPS and all that where she asked Allie, can you kind of change your story up about Summer and all that, especially when she did the Josie Sue. I mean, it's all there.
Yep. Good point.
No, great point. And I mean, I'm still thinking about what you said, Shannon. Sorry, sometimes the bell in my head rings a little late.
Mine too, because it just popped in there. I was like, wait a minute. She went that very next day to say, hey, what did you tell me? What did they ask you? But now you talking about Dawn?
She went on the 17th because Allie said she called the TBI to let them know Candace was there. They asked what she was driving. I always thought that was odd that they wanted to know what vehicle she was in. You know, she came here to ask what we've been telling you guys. So that's her business. But as we hear right here, it's not her business. We're going to listen to it again. What Dawn says. Here we go. It's at home because we can hear you yelling in the background to get off the phone.
And kicking the doors and calling everybody H or WHORESs.
Yeah.
You know? Opposite day.
But I know for a fact.
It should be in each other's business. You should be working together. That's
But
the
you got,
thing. You want to be in each
y'all
other's
have to
business.
understand, Johnny is not like that.
What do you mean? Is it like what he says goes and that's it, even where you're concerned?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Know what, Candace? Keep you sidestepping his ass off. I'm telling you right now that.
So, but you know what? I don't know where Donnie was that day. I don't know where he was. I don't keep up with him.
Hey.
Oh.
Okay.
Mm.
So, again, we heard her say it again. She doesn't know where he was that day, and it's not her business. That's not how Dawn rolls. But like Shannon pointed out, and that just hit me like a ton of bricks,
Mm.
but it was her business to go intimidate a witness in the disappearance of her daughter. That was her business that day on the 17th.
That's a big thing right there. I mean, that just connected some more things for me myself when I said it, you know?
Well, and like TL said, no reason to ask H unless you're afraid of the story. She went to make sure he's sticking to the script.
Yep, bingo.
Mhm.
And he got a lot of the places right, but according to Candace, it was out of order. Well, that's a lot to remember, even for a 14, 15-year-old kid. Well, I remember going here, 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 and here, but hell, I don't remember the order as long,
Mhm.
and she did. Well, he was right, but he just got it out of order. That always sounded funny to me, like, oh, he didn't get the story exactly right, but close enough, you know, of all the places that they went to.
Because scripts are hard to follow unless you have the written version in front of you at all times.
Right.
It's hard to remember a bunch of BS. Okay, so let's go more into this outlaw. Also, during this show, she said some other telling things.
Mm-hmm. She did.
She basically, the message that you sent me, it's like she kind of, now explain, how did she account for the 3 hours? And you said basically it was almost like a confession, is what you said to me. Go ahead.
Well, the timeline was a missing gap when they arrived at home, and we have a funny feeling that Don turned around, stated somewhere in the line of, yeah, I called Candace to come and help get a jump. We did hear this statement. And so she jumped in the truck, and Summer was already there. So she took Summer en route. And by the time they get back, and all of a sudden, right around 6:05, they're calling the law saying and screaming their head off, Summer's gone. So in between that time, where did Summer go? Is the key question. The evidence lies within right there.
Well, yeah, I would love to know what all went on between dropping Hunter off at 2:30 and the 911 call at 6:30. She has all kinds of deflection and excuses except for 4 hours of that day. That day. When I hear her talk about what would be the worst day in anyone's life, which, by the way, the worst day of her life was also her most unusual day, if you know what I mean.
Right.
That's a lot of very unusual oddities going on. And in all of this, Summer disappears. Summer disappears. So when she's asked about things like the phone, she's got an answer, even though it's a direct lie. But you ask her what went on between 2:30 and 6:30, it's another deflection. She can't answer. Is she going to be back on your show, Outlaw? Have you had any more communication with her?
No, she went dead silent. I tried to get her on Facebook and all that, but no, she went dead silent. Don't know why.
Oh,
Because she got called out.
yeah.
She got called out. She got called out direct in a lie.
And she knows
She wants to go on panels where they'll placate to her, laugh with her, kiki, haha, and, we support you and we care about you and blah, blah, blah. That's all she wants to hear.
Yeah. 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 And I haven't seen her on her channel. I think she put something up that was going on around the house, but she hasn't gone on anymore. Like in the house, directly talking to her fans, if you know what I mean.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got some other people on the ground over there in Tennessee that has contacted me. And I will say this. I was right at the beginning of this case. So was Brooks and a few others. Deb was also correct. And also Kat. Okay? Just be careful with this group. It is a lot deeper and dark holes. That it is, we have a lot of tight connections, but this is way deep than we can think. So just be careful.
Yeah.
And I think it goes without saying because we're 9.5 months in. TBI has a very high resolution rate of solving cases. They do. The fact that we are 9.5 months in, and I mean, the changing stories that doesn't even drop our jaw anymore, does it? It used to, right?
It used to, but not anymore. But this has gone way dark on the dark side of YouTube. And I tell you what, guys, what I have dug up and found and trying to put the puzzles all in, and when I find another open door and there's like 15 other open, it's like, oh man, this is getting big.
Yep. Because somebody thinks that they live close there, that they know, they know everybody, they know what's going on. They got a friend of, their uncle or their aunt is with TBI. And first of all, if you do have a family member that's in law enforcement, they will not come home and talk shop.
No.
They will not come home and tell you what's going on with an active, open investigation. They just won't, no matter who you are.
Nope, been there, done that. They don't tell you anything. Nope, they don't. It stays
no
at
pillow
work.
talk. Yep. So
No, nothing. But like I said, that my ties and my facts are 100%, but I'm still trying to work on this for summer. And like I said, I still have this little girl's hand and walking this ground with her. And I am backing this little girl of what others have done and put her through the mud and made profit and called her a cash cow. I am not. I'm actually out here holding her hand and walking this highways with her and help back this kid to try to find this kid and find the facts and see if we can't open that door to find this little girl.
well, amen. And I think we all know who the cash cows and who are the ones that don't really care.
None of that's my business. I mean, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not down summer or anything
we don't
like
care
that.
about that.
The water's muddy enough. The water's muddy enough. But that's why I love the community and this chat so much, because, like I said, I mean, like, so many things have come up in comments where I'm like, oh my God, I totally forgot about that. That happened. There's been so much in the last 9.5 months. And I just know on this channel, I mean, a couple people show up every now and then and they get shown the door. We are all about Summer Wells.
Correct.
And facts.
And the facts, yeah.
Right.
So let's hear it for Summer. Prayers for Summer. Justice for Summer. These adults, no time.
They're not victims.
No, they're not victims at all. They're dirty players in all this. So, like I said, just be careful and be aware, because it will turn around and bite if you go at them the wrong way.
Yep. Well, another great show. Thanks, you guys, for coming up. Outlaw, thanks for letting us share your videos, your interviews with Candace. I think it told us a lot about her metabolism, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So this has been a lot to take in. So I'm going to start winding down the show. We have 2 shows tomorrow, guys. We have one at 9 a.m. and then one at noon Central Time. Yep. So make sure you're here 2 times tomorrow. We get to hang out. Of course, we have 2 shows on Friday because we always have our members live, which is always a blast. So I'm going to let you guys off the hook. Take a second to sub. Like the video if you feel like it. And if you want the full content of these interviews, they're on Outlaw Truckers channel. Again, thank you, my friend Shannon. I'll talk to you right after this.
All right. Thank you, guys. Bye.
And Outlaw, thank you for sharing your content and the jaw-dropping stuff that Candace said. I think it helped a lot of people see the full picture.
Oh, yeah. And not only that, and thank you for having me, and I'll keep in touch. But like I said, I'm going to keep in touch with you on the phone. But some of the stuff that I got is gut-wrenching and sickening. But like I said, I cannot put this out there yet because I'm still tying up on the loose ends and all that. But other than that, I'll keep in touch with you on the phone.
Okay, well, we're going to be looking for it. And, you know, it's a lot to take in all at once, which is why I like to try to keep the show at about an hour and a half. So I'll talk to you in a minute.
All right, later.
All right. Hey, Mod Squad, thank you. I don't know how you guys do it. I think you have 8 arms some days. Had a lot of new people in here. Hit the sub button. Come back and see us every morning, 9 a.m. Central. You guys are the best chat on YouTube. You are the best community. I love how we agree to disagree. We don't play the right fighter game, and just awesome people all together. I love hanging out with you guys. See you back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central, unless we're chatting on Facebook or in Discord. See you tomorrow. Thank you again for being here. Bye-bye.